I'm here with Wing Lee, the CEO of YTL Communications at CommunicAsia. Wing, thanks for talking to us today. You've been presenting in the broadband track today. Tell us about some of the highlights of what you were saying to the audience.
Yep. So, Brian, we are the youngest national telco in Malaysia, but we are the largest all 4G, all IP network. So the story was mostly about transformation. The story about how we, as a young startup, grow our network as a national scale footprint and use our network to create new use cases, new capability, new innovation to help transform the country. So one of the things that we worked on is a digital learning platform for the Malaysian school system. We work with the Malaysian government to deploy our 4G connectivity to empower all 10,080 schools throughout the country to connect to the internet. But one thing that we did that was quite unusual is that we also introduced a digital learning platform accessible in the cloud, so that all schools, when they connected to the internet, they have instantaneous access to this digital learning platform. Now, since our network is a 4G network, it is anytime, anywhere access. What that means is that teacher and kids can access to this digital learning platform 24/7, anytime in Malaysia. So that helped drive a new ability for them to learn better, learn faster, and learn anytime, anywhere, to create what we consider the skill set of lifelong learning, which is very important to create a competitive 21st century ready workforce.
Wow, that sounds incredible. And some of the work you've been doing, particularly impressively, is around VoLTE, which is a major issue for operators. Tell us some of the challenges and what you've been doing there.
Yeah, so since we have an all IP network, VoLTE is the only way to go for us to launch voice service. Having said that, VoLTE does require the network to be highly optimized because as we are used to making analog phone calls for the last 20 over years, running phone call with the same quality on a digital network that doesn't necessarily have the same characteristics of an analog network is quite different. It's a different set of challenges. But having said that, we are the first to launch nationwide VoLTE last year in Malaysia, and I'm proud to say that today we're still the only telco in Malaysia that's got nationwide VoLTE service. In fact, I'm particularly proud that just a few weeks ago, we were recognized as the most innovative voice service provider in Asia. Now, to make a long story short, what VoLTE does to us is that because we run an all IP network, with VoLTE, we can deliver very high quality voice service, HD voice, very fast call setup time. The moment you hit the dial button, the other phone will start ringing. And last but not least, VoLTE allows for data and voice to run at the same time. So when you're on a phone call, you can still be doing your Snapchat, checking your stocks, doing your Facebook and WhatsApp and so on. That's a very new experience for a lot of people in Malaysia, and we're proud to deliver that to Malaysia. I think we are the first emerging country in the world to have a national VoLTE service.
Fantastic. I mean, what's next? What's the next big thing that you're going to be dealing with?
Yeah, so VoLTE is fun, but like I said, we are a data-first telco. As a data-first telco, VoLTE certainly is a good proof point that we have a great data network. But beyond VoLTE, if you look at Malaysia, the mobile penetration is over 140%, which means that most Malaysian has got a phone. Of course, we work very hard to make sure that they use our SIM card, but beyond that, we have to grow beyond human beings to be our primary endpoint. So I think IoT seems to be a very natural path to take advantage of the strength of nationwide 4G, nationwide all IP network, and a highly optimized data capability to enable more endpoints to connect to the internet and create value. So I love the idea of using IoT for us to grow the business and impact more lives.
Well, I'm sure you're going to make another impact on Malaysia. Thank you very much for talking to us today.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate that.